Hey, the thing that I want to remind you today is that all you need to do is shift what you're thinking about to change your entire life. So, if you can start focusing on your desired reality, like just knowing that it's yours, and stop reflecting back to the past, because the more you continue to look at your past and stay in the past, you're not making any change. So to change your life, you have to create a new habit of being in the present moment and knowing that your thoughts in the present moment change your future life. What you're thinking now becomes your future. So how do you do that? You start to become aware of your own thoughts. You start to become aware of your own beliefs. The more that you're noticing and observing what you're thinking, what you're believing, what is happening in your reality, you'll see that the cause of your whole world is yourself. There's nothing to change but yourself. So you change yourself by focusing your attention on the things that you desire and the things that you'd like to experience in life. It will absolutely change your life. If there's only one thing you're going to do when you're manifesting, it's just decide to focus on the things you want. Because maybe for a lifetime, you've been thinking about, I hate that. I hate when someone does that. Like, even when it comes to specific people, we're manifesting how people are appearing in our own life. So every time we focus on what we don't like, what we hate, we continue to keep that in our reality by our focus and attention on it. So to switch that, if you hate that someone's a real jerk, but let's say they're your brother and they're a real jerk, well, you could actually, just by changing your conception of your brother, they will reflect the new conception as long as you persist in the new conception. Because there are infinite versions of your brother. So what version are you selecting to be experiencing right now? Whatever you're noticing and aware of, whatever's in your consciousness, that's what you're experiencing. So if you don't like some of the things you're experiencing, you can change it simply by shifting your thoughts, by shifting how you look at reality and what your belief system is. Okay, so it's actually a daily practice. You'll be practicing this daily for the rest of your life if this is interesting for you. But the thing is, once you make the shift, it's easy. Okay, it's actually easy during the process of the shift. You just have to look at it through the eyes and imagine that this can be easy. What kind of questions do you have about manifesting? Let me tell you, I just launched a new group. I have a VIP coaching group that I launched on Friday, and I'm doing workshops pretty much every day. So far, I've been doing workshops every day on all different topics. Today, I talked about money, manifesting money. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about some like sexy God affirmations. How to feel that way, how to banish the third party, how to manifest a specific person. On Saturday, I'm going to talk about living in the end. I do a Q&A every Monday, and I have topics next week coming up about like I am chosen and loved and I am pursued. If you're interested in that group, just click the link in my bio. It says Shannon's VIP group. You could join free for 3 days. Check it out. It is a paid membership group, $35 a month. If you want to try it out for a month, just see what happens from today in 30 days, like how much you shift, because this is a community that we're building. I'm building a community of people who are like-minded, who want to know about manifesting, who want this daily support, because I'm responding to everyone on a daily basis, like helping them understand and get to that place of changing your belief, because your current world is actually reflecting to you all your doubts and fears and those negative beliefs that you hold. So having a group where you could go and really get solid inside and really get confident in conviction will be very helpful, leveling up your manifesting game. You've been manifesting upgrades for my upcoming Euro trip. Okay, so what you can also do, so you're affirming it. Now also paint that picture. What does it look like? What does it look like that you're upgraded? Okay, you could be upgraded on the plane, right? And what does that look like when you're upgraded? So when you're going to bed at night, imagine you're upgraded to first class on the plane and you're in the bed, lying down, right? Imagine that you're getting upgraded, that people are telling you. You could also create imaginal conversations. Imagine you already took your trip in your home, telling your friends what a great time you had and how you were upgraded. And they're saying, no way, congratulations. Thank you for the roses. So create those imaginal scenes, okay? I'm excited for you. Yes, plan and accommodations. All right, good, I love it. So those are fun things to do to manifest, like to prove your manifestations, right? How do I get SP to initiate texting and calling me? I usually initiate. I just did a video. I don't know if it's he or she, but it doesn't matter. I did a video about 5 days ago. If you go back 5 days, I did a video. I mean, it's a short video, right? But for someone else to initiate, well, here's what's going on. Right now, you're noticing that they're not. I started this live talking about how we don't even realize it, but we're manifesting by what we focus on. And when we focus on the things we don't like and we don't want, we're actually bringing those things into our lives. And then we don't even realize we've created it. But our focus and attention on that thing we don't like. And if you're saying to yourself, like, oh, I can't stand it. Like, if you're saying, I'm always initiating and they aren't, well, you're creating that. You're actually creating that. It's reflecting back to you because your whole world is a mirror of you. And it's not necessarily the words you're saying, it's the feeling and the intention behind it. It's like, this is something I don't like. I don't like that they're doing this. And that feeling combined with how you imagine it looking, right? Because you're creating a visual without even realizing it, but your subconscious mind creates a visual of everything that we are kind of that we hear and we say and that we learn throughout the day. So we are creating images in our mind. Your image in your mind is picturing you initiating and they're not initiating. So you have to shift that to what is your intention? I intend that they're initiating and calling me. You can create an imaginal scene. What does that look like? Maybe you want to see you can add traits into your specific person. So add that trait. Yeah, they're really confident. They're the type of person who initiates the call. They love initiating the call. That's part of who they are. Okay, but the goal is what you need to do is affirm that and you stick with that story only. You can't waver back and forth from the old story and the new story. One day if you're saying they're not doing it, the next day you say they are doing it. Now you're wavering back and forth. They might do it once and then you're like, why isn't it happening anymore? Because you're starting to notice the old story. So it's getting conviction in a new story and sticking with it. You can't waver back and forth. You can only have one story. When we're a conscious creator, someone who's manifesting deliberately, it's really important that you get clear on what you want. When you are clear on what you want, you have a better chance. You have not even a better chance. You will be manifesting the things you want. But if we're walking around in our life and we're like, I don't know if I want that or that, I kind of like that, and we haven't really gone internally and like got clear on what we want. If we're not clear on what we want, we're really subject to this randomness that we're unconsciously manifesting. So as soon as you get clear and focused, it's easy to manifest. Join my group. Join for 3 days. See what you think. Tomorrow I'm doing in the morning sexy goddess meditation, just to kind of like get in that state of like, like the hot girl walk they talked about on TikTok. It's like embodying the confidence, embodying conviction, feeling good about yourself. I'm going to talk about living in the end on Saturday, and I'll probably add something in on Sunday, but Monday I have Q&A. So live Q&A. You could look at everything I've recorded so far and check if you like it. It's really a great community. I'm loving it. I'm loving getting to know all of you. What if he's not the right one for me? Lola, it's your choice. It's your decision. It's your reality. So if you think, what if he's not the right one for you? Well, then he'll reflect back, maybe I'm not the right one for you. There is no destiny in life. You're the captain of your ship and the captain of your own destiny. You choose your destiny. There are infinite choices for your destiny, and you have the power to choose your destiny. There is an idea out there that we have a destiny, but the truth is it's only because we're giving it the power outside of ourselves. The truth is the power is here to choose. You have the choice. What do you think? Do you think he's the right one? Or do you think he's the right one? Go within. Is he the right one? It's your choice. If you think, what if he's not the right one for you, then the world will reflect that, okay? And you can go within and say, you know what, he is not the right one for me. Or if you decide he is the right one for me, you can manifest he's the right one for you. Whatever you think and believe about this person is what they will be. Byron said, that's a limiting belief. You can make him the one. It's your world. Exactly. It's your world. In your reality, no one has consciousness. In your reality, everything is reflecting your beliefs. If you didn't decide how they should behave, then they will behave based on what your unconscious beliefs are. And not only that, it's what you believe and assume yourself to be, and how you're treated and how you're treated by other people, how you expect to be treated generally and specifically by different people. Sometimes he is. Okay, so if you want to make it that all the time he is, then you can change anything. Even if he told you, let's say you love to go skiing and he told you he hates skiing, all you need to do is affirm, I intend he likes skiing. I intend he likes skiing. And if you persist in saying, I intend he likes skiing, he'll come up to you one day and say, you know what, let's go skiing. I want to try it. I'm interested, okay? This is just an example, but it could be anything. Amalia, I keep bringing up this nervous, scared energy after a few days of visualizing. Okay, well, maybe you want to stop visualizing what you were visualizing and then just kind of switch to something different. Are you having nervous energy on this specific topic? So maybe sometimes when we get so specific about a manifestation, it doesn't feel true. And that's why the nervous energy because your belief system is telling you it's not true, and it's making you anxious. And what you can do is start to just make sure you're having general beliefs you can focus on. Like you can say to yourself, I know my life's getting better. I know I'm getting everything I want. Good things are meant to happen to me. Life gets better and better. I'm in the right place at the right time. Okay, so when you create bigger, like these are foundational beliefs, like a core belief that if you hold this core belief, it will reflect in your world, and you don't have to micromanage every little aspect, but you will overall feel that way, okay? And then a lot of times it's just like maybe you got to give it a break. So give affirming, right? If you're visualizing and you're using this technique, if that's not feeling good, then just do something differently. Do something different. So you're not in that state of feeling this nervous, scared energy. Don't put your focus and attention on that thing that's giving you that nervous energy, okay? Get strong and confident in your manifesting abilities. You think it's because you expect it to happen and I'm watching for it. You're watching for it. Do you want to join my group? 3 days in my group, I'm telling you, your life will change just in those 3 days. Because when we're starting to discover manifesting and we're discovering that our thoughts are creating, well, guess what? The current world is already reflecting back to you your own disempowering beliefs and limiting beliefs. Your own world is reflecting back to you what you believe it is. So now as you're growing and evolving in your mind and you're consciously aware, well, there's so many things that are reflecting back to you. And then you're wondering what to do. The power of having a group of people who are motivating, inspiring, they're all like-minded, right? Everyone's helping each other. Even if I'm not answering right away, my group is answering each other. So when we look at the 3D reality and it's reflecting back to us the negative things and we're reacting, sometimes we need that place to go where everyone there knows what we're doing generally, right? We know generally. It's like having that support system to go to when the whole world is that reflection. You can go back and get strong and confident within and learn not to react to the world and learn what to do in those situations. You need to get more secure inside. Get secure and confident within. When you're secure and confident within, you're like, I got this. I know what I'm doing. I'm unfazed about that world out there. Even when something really negative feels like it's happening, you can get to a place where you're totally unfazed. It's not, you're stable, you're secure, you're sturdy, okay? So when you get to that place, it feels really good because you know that when you know you're the creator, that's when you're there, you know you're creating. Keep doing deliberate manifestations. When you deliberately manifest, when you write down in a notebook what you're manifesting, daily basis, whether it's just one thing every day, and maybe it doesn't come today, maybe it comes tomorrow or in a week or in 2 weeks, but you just keep writing it down so that you keep proving it to yourself. Someone in my group just said yesterday, I had written a note to her that she should write her manifestations down. That night she wrote down, I want someone to buy me coffee or lunch at work. The next day, which I think is today, someone or like that night somebody said, hey, I'm buying lunch for everybody, what do you want? So she wrote it down, and then boom, it happened the next day. So those, you have to pay attention to those things. The more you take, then you're like, it's not a coincidence, because maybe your brain, your old, you have the old version of you who sees reality differently. You have to shift into the person who's like, you know what you're doing. This is not delusional. This is knowing you create. It's knowing you're the cause. The world is the effect. You are the causation. You're the cause. The world is the effect. There's nothing to change but your perception of anything or your conception of something. That's the only thing that you need to do. But in the meantime, while you're doing that, you need to learn, when you know you're so powerful, it's not going to bother you, whatever's happening that you don't like, that you manifested from limiting beliefs or unconscious beliefs, because you know that you're so powerful. All you need to do in the current moment is focus on what you want, focus on your desire. You can shift into that reality right now. You can literally, we're actually manifesting instantly all the time, every millisecond or whatever is smaller denomination of that, whatever. We are manifesting instantly. But see, we perceive reality to be linear, and certain things happen like on that linear line. You need to look a little bit differently at the world and be the person with a different viewpoint. And the person who sees reality is complete. Just like in quantum physics, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It is all existing. It's all existing. And when you know it's all existing, it's only a matter, you're not actually creating the reality you want. It already exists. You're only shifting into your awareness of knowing that it exists. So we're practicing shifting into that reality. We practice it by the affirmation, by feeling it, by becoming that person. Just like an actor would practice their part and getting into the feeling of that role. So that's self-concept, right? You're getting into the role of your self-concept. If you don't have your person and you feel disrespected or whatever, let's say it's friends with benefits and they're not really respecting you and it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, what you need to change is self. Your conception of yourself would be get into the role of the person who is, not that it means you're disrespected, that's just an example. But if you're feeling that way, then you start creating the feeling of, I'm empowered, and this, whatever's happening here is turning into a relationship because I'm a person, if that's what you want, right? That's what my example is. So you would affirm, I am the self-concept. You get into the role of that like actor because you're practicing this that already exists. So get into the role of that person. What does that, and it's you, but it's you, right? Get into the role of the you who's in a solid relationship, in a loving relationship. You are together, the great communication. What would that look like? You're practicing that with the affirmations. You're practicing, that's why it's the persisting, right? Persist doesn't mean 100 times a day. It means like a knowing. You're persisting, you're practicing, you're getting to a place where it's feeling a little more normal and natural, just like an actor. First day out, when he read the lines, okay, wasn't playing the part yet. They're just sitting at a round table reading over the script, and they're not in part. You have to practice they practice getting in part. It's the same kind of concept. You're practicing being that version of you. And then it's starting to feel natural and normal. And it has no choice to reflect in your world.